Okay, we're checking out all of the PvP sets for the next expansion, Midnight. We got Arms Warrior up first. We got the Mammoth set, focusing on some nice tusks on the shoulders. Definitely a big fan of the shoulders here, but not really a lot else with this set. Probably leaning into like a 6.5 for this one. When we look at the Elite version, we're looking at a purple color variant with kind of void elements going out through the horns. Again, pretty big fan of the shoulders. Probably a cool way to incorporate those into some other existing sets for unique transmogs, but holistically, probably like a 6.5. When we scroll down, we're going to take a look at Paladin next. Pretty classic set. I think the best part about this set is the shoulder pad here with the face that's very subtly hidden underneath the shoulder pads. I like these radiating badges as well, with some little flaps going on with the robes towards the belt and the shoulder pads. Definitely very Paladin themed. I feel like, honestly, with so many years of making transmogs, it must be so hard to make something that's actually completely unique without going off of theme of Paladin. The Elite version, we get the light cracking through the shoulders at the top, which is a pretty cool effect, but pretty much, once again, I think the shoulder is kind of carrying this. The rest of the set kind of lagging behind. I'd probably rank it a little bit higher than the Warrior holistically, with the whole thing taken into account, probably like a 7. When we look at Hunter here, we get the Hunter Gladiator set. I like this color palette. It's very bright, very shiny. I like the skeleton spine dangling from the belt here. That looks really cool. It's like a tail from an animal pinned onto your belt. Very cool look there with the big game Hunter theme. Love the skulls. Very big fan of this. It's like an alligator skull. I don't think we've ever had alligator skulls actually on a transmog. Actually, pretty good looking mog for Hunter, at least the non-elite version. Elite color palette is glowing in red. I'd probably take a tabard and cover up the chest with this one, but I would probably say this is an 8, considering Hunter sets have not been that good for quite a while. I feel like this one's very good. I like this one a lot. All right, let's take a look at Rogue. We got the Rogue. Oh, this is so basic. It doesn't even look like it's a set, bro. This looks like leveling armor that you would get or something. There's not a lot going on with this one. Very basic. What does it look like on Elite, though? So we get a little bit of glowing in the shoulders. Looks like they're cracked with like some hidden sort of power coming through. Definitely feels like they put a lot of effort into the shoulders for most of these sets, but then the rest of it just feels entirely basic. I'm probably going like 4.5 for this one on Rogue. It's probably something you could do with like the helmet. The mask does look kind of cool, but I don't know. This one just seems so basic. Let's look at Priest here for a second. Ooh, Priest looks cool. You got glowing Sith Jedi weapons on the shoulders. Nice little Valkyrie themed, super powered up like a Transformer. When we look at the Elite version, oh my god, you got the Jedi and the Sith. You got the red one with this one. Priest is a big winner, I think. I'm putting this at like a 9. I feel like this one looks really cool. I like the themes on this. The elements are nice. They're popping. It's consistent throughout. A very good set for Priest. When we look at Death Knight, ooh, interesting take for Death Knight. A little bit more Necromancer themed. I like this color effect on the shoulders with this kind of green webbing that's going around it and wrapping onto it. It's very plague oriented, almost like arachnid. I love the skeleton theme going through the cloak as well on this with the helmet. I think this is actually a pretty cool set. It doesn't look identical to previous. Oh, the red one looks so cool. Wait a minute. Oh my god. The red one looks sick, bro. This is a 9, bro. DK and Priest. DK and Priest, I think, are winning. Again, I'd probably cover the chest with a tabard or something, but the shoulders are carrying so hard. Maybe they realized that shoulders carry the transmog, and so they just put all their effort into the shoulders and just left everything else. Who knows? But we got Shaman coming up next. Interesting take with Shaman, a little bit more focused around the elements here with lightning and earth. Little sparks on the shoulders and the helmets. Kind of reminds me a bit of Dragonflight. Kind of like the Storm Dragons a little bit with this one. When we look at the Elite version, it's purple instead of red. That's interesting. I was thinking that most of the raid sets were taking this void look, but you can be a void shaman, which is kind of cool. And you get these planetary effects as well. Little Magneto, kind of look like Dr. Magneto or something. Again, it's like helmet and shoulders carrying the set again for Shaman, as well as the other sets. Probably giving this one a little bit lower though, holistically, maybe like a 7.5 for this one. When we got Mage, what's Mage looking like this time? So it looks like we're a portal master. We got some scrolls of Town Portal probably, right, from Warcraft 3 on the belt, considering we got the portals on the shoulders and the portal on the helmet. Again, I like the helmet. I like the shoulders, these little cloth pieces as well, radiating off the shoulders. But I'm just not a big fan of the chest piece or the gloves. What about the Elite set? Elite set, I like this color palette. I do like the belt with the portals, the glow as well from the bonus rating here, with these jagged lines coming out of the sides of them and these kind of sounds echoing around the helmet. I think Mage is really cool. I think this is probably like 8.5 for me, but it's mostly shoulders again carrying this one. When we look at Warlock, we got an Infernal set, so you can be a purple Infernal. This one looks really cool, but again, the robes look very similar. They just look very similar, kind of low res, honestly. The Elite set's like a red Infernal. I mean, the shoulders look sick. If you wanted to be an Infernal, you can now be an Infernal. That I think that alone is carrying this set. And this set will probably look cool with purple with the extra animations that this one gets once you get to a high enough rating to unlock it with the fire radiating through it. So, I mean, Warlock is probably 9.5. The only thing I don't like is the chest. If they had a better robe, I might say this was a 10. I might say it was a 10 if it had a slightly better robe, but I'm going to give it a 9.5. I think the robe is holding it back. When we look at Monk, I love this set. I've looked at this set so many times now from Midnight. It looks so cool. I love the spheres with the tiger claw looking like it's scratched, like the tiger was trying to get the power inside. I like this extra detail with this rope as well going around the chest piece, around to the back. I don't know if we have any Mogs that have that type of detail. This is the first time where the chest piece looks like it got a little bit more attention. Kind of like a Super Saiyan Samurai. I love the mask themed with the horns glowing as well. This is a very good set. Elite set with the red as well. This might be the only reason I don't really want to give it a 10 is just I don't really like the pants again, and I don't really like the robe, so I might say it's like a 9.5. I think like 9.5 is probably fair. I feel like it's held back. It's not perfect. It's very close, man. Like a little bit more time on the chest and maybe the boots. I feel like this could have been a 10. This one could have been a 10. When we look at Druid, this one I haven't looked at a lot. Interesting. So we got like a Heroneer type of Transmog. I can't remember the last time. It's like a seedling coming out of the shoulders, focused on tree bushes, feathers and leaves and branches. I like the gloves on this one. Very strong, like sturdy oak looking gloves. I like the belt detail as well. A very unique belt with like these branches wrapping around the side. So the gloves and the belt feel like I got more attention on the Druid one. But the pants, I don't know. I'm not a really big fan of the pants. Let's see what red looks like. All right, Elite set is red. I like the color palette of this one. I like that the robe has the branches as well, leading into it with the weapon glows and the spores flying out of the shoulders look cool. I'd probably say like an 8.5. I don't think it's as good as the Monk or the Warlock, but definitely a solid one to pick up. For Demon Hunter, oh, this is very basic. Very, very, very basic. I'm trying to think of even what demon they were trying to focus around with this one. Just seems very basic. It is, it's complete throughout, but very basic. Horns, standard Illidan horns. They know that people like those ones. Let's look what the Elite set looks like. Red. It's not really popping. The color's not popping. It looks like it's a little bit too bright. Again, I'm a Cultirian and not a Night Elf or something, so maybe this looks pretty sick on a Night Elf. I think this is probably like maybe a 6, like a little bit on the lower end. The helmet's definitely maybe the chest piece I would probably use in a Mog, and the helmet if you can find anything to combine with it, but rest of it not super stellar on that. And then finally we've got Evoker as the last set, and wow, this is not what I expected at all. What is going on with this one here? We got spiky helmet, and then we got like bright glowing crystals that change colors on the shoulders. Again, so much effort on the shoulders, and then the chest just falls flat. Just falls so flat. Got a nice kind of like robe pant combo. I'm not a big fan of these shoes that are spiky on the end. I'm not a big fan of the spiky boots. I'll tell you. The color palette on this one looks really off on the blue one for me at least. But what does it look like on Elite? Yellow. I did not expect them to go yellow. I don't know if I'm being too brutal on this one. The crystals look insane on this one. On the shoulders, this detail. The shoulders, again, they put all their effort into the shoulders. I don't know what their budget was, but they literally put their entire budget into the shoulders for all of these sets, and then no budget on the chest pieces is what it seems like. This one I would give like a 7.5. It's unique, mostly is what's carrying. I feel like Evoker has nothing like this, but I think it could have had a little bit more going on with the pants and the chest and the boots and the gloves. It just seems like it was all in on shoulders. It's like Thanos also with the crystals on the shoulders, but like probably like a 7.5.